Some of the coolest places to be are where nobody's at.
Let's talk about that. Good mythical morning.
You know what?
Nah.
We've always really been into abandoned houses. And I don't mean we've lived in abandoned houses, but even as kids,
I would like to.
we would just find abandoned houses and be
In the
like-
woods.
Just be like, you want to go in there?
Yeah.
Go in there and see what they've drawn on the walls this week.
Like they build a fire in the living room kind of thing. Like
When stuff that's supposed to be outside starts happening inside,
that's cool.
that's when I'm like, I'm into that.
And kind of creepy. And so, yeah, that was a hobby of ours. And it's kind of spilled into a new hobby of mine, which is looking at pictures of ruins on the internet. There's lots of
You
really,
spend a lot of time doing
really
that?
cool pictures of abandoned houses and ruins on the internet.
There's a lot of things on the internet.
That's why I
but
love
just
the
because there's
internet.
a lot of it doesn't mean you have to be into it.
Well,
but
that's why I'm really excited about the time that we are going to spend together now, because we are going to take we're going to tour some of these pictures and
We're
some of
gonna-
these places.
we're gonna virtually go to places where no one is.
All right.
Think
right.
about that.
I've got one. Have you heard of Hashima Island,
Nope.
aka Gunkanjima? Gunkanjima means the battleship island. Look at this picture. See how that kind of looks, like,
looks
a
like a
battleship? This is like 9 miles or 15 kilometers off the coast of Nagasaki, Japan.
Uh-huh.
You know the scene from Skyfall where the bad guy has a hideout? That whole scene was inspired by this place.
I thought you were gonna say filmed at.
No, it's too unsafe to let film crews in there, I think. But there's like concrete buildings everywhere. Basically, Mitsubishi, back in 1890, that's right, the car company, bought this island.
They weren't making cars back then.
They were extracting coal from undersea mines.
Okay.
But then when petroleum took over from coal in the 1960s, by 1974 basically, Mitsubishi shut down the entire island, abandoned it. But there were people, up to 5,000 people, living their lives there and then just working on this island.
Working for Mitsubishi.
Working-
on an island. I mean, things could be worse.
And then they wouldn't let anybody in there. But here's the good news. You can virtually tour the place now. Well, technically you can go as a tourist and look at like parts of it, but you can go on Google Street View.
Oh, I spent a lot of time there.
Google sent a guy with a backpack, a Street View Trekker backpack, and went through the whole thing, and now you can navigate and explore. It's like we were kids again. Can we go back there and explore together?
I want to be the guy with the backpack. I don't want to be the guy on Street View.
It's pretty, I mean, but you're not gonna get on a plane tomorrow and go over there, and they wouldn't
I
let-
will. Mitsubishi. Is Mitsubishi the one I talked to about this?
No,
Google.
I don't know.
Google, I will do it. I'm tall, I got great vantage
It's not
points.
safe. They're not,
I mean, you put a helmet on top of me, you'll see over some buildings.
they're not gonna let you in there. They've already done it. Now maybe you can
Any
convince-
other island.
we can convince Google
Caribbean island.
to go somewhere else because I'm gonna come too, but the only way you can totally experience this place is Google Street View, which is
That
still pretty cool,
It's
right?
pretty cool. I will be doing that later in my free time. Okay, I've got one for you. This place is called Kolmanskop. It's a German word, I believe. It's in Namibia, which is in the southern part of Africa. Now,
Okay.
this is where they mine diamonds. And so they built this place for German diamond miners to live while they were extracting mines in the 1950s, or leading up to the 1950s. In the 1950s, apparently, I don't know why, diamonds kind of fell out of fashion after World War I, and they quit mining them here. People still do diamonds, but they weren't as in demand. So this place became totally abandoned, but it's in the Namibian desert. And so after they abandoned it and they kind of just left it sitting there, it's in a desert. The whole place got filled up with sand, and so there are dunes inside all of the houses, and it's created this amazing
Whoa.
landscape, this totally unique on Earth.
I would love to go in there, man.
So it's like
Paint something on the walls?
Sand that's like halfway up. And of course it's created this interesting landscape, so they filmed a couple of movies there.
It's like they brought the beach to you.
Including, Link, the 1993 classic Dust Devil. That's a good one. That was filmed there. That's what I want to do. I want to go make a horror movie about a dust devil.
Was it a horror movie?
And yeah, well, it's got the word devil in it. It's
I think
better.
I think the larger point is that these pictures are really cool, and I would love to
You can take a
have the
tour.
beach in my living room.
There is a tour. You can go and take a tour, and after a short informational session, you can do your own self-guided tour.
Sketch on the walls and like build a campfire.
But yeah, maybe make a sandcastle. That would be about as much as you could do. You don't want to do anything that would permanently
It
deface
kind
the
of
place.
reminds me of like a scene from the Dust Bowl.
I thought you were going to say that scene from 1993's film
Dust Devil. No, I wasn't going to say that. All right, I've got another one here. I can't believe I've never seen photos of this place until I really started looking into this. Abandoned UFO houses in New Taipei City, Taiwan.
I don't believe that.
Were built.
There's no such thing as UFOs. Man.
No, but they kind of look like UFOs.
They definitely don't have houses on Earth.
In 1978,
I would know about that.
These places were built. Take a look at this, man. These are absolutely crazy. They built them on the coast as a vacation resort for U.S. military officers coming off their East Asian postings, okay? So the Americans will love these weird-looking UFO houses.
Are they supposed to be yellow, or is that like they didn't put siding on them?
They're all different colors.
Oh.
And just, it's like a fantasy world. And the cool thing is, going there and exploring it now, and the
fantasy world.
Yeah.
It's strong language.
I mean, doesn't that look like a fantasy world?
I mean, it looks pretty cool.
Well, an abandoned fantasy world.
Yeah, I like the balcony.
I mean,
the balcony's cool.
I want to camp out in this place. Now, 2 years after they built the thing, they abandoned the whole thing. It was only used for 2 years, and here's the reason why. Investment losses and several car accident deaths during construction.
Well, that happens all the time.
But they say that the car accident deaths were the result of bisecting the Chinese dragon sculpture located near the resort gates.
Oh, they stepped into a place they shouldn't have been, supernaturally speaking.
They cut a dragon statue in half.
You don't want to cut a dragon in half.
And so then 2 years later, they had to abandon the whole thing. Now, here's the bad news.
Oh, okay.
In 2010, they demolished all of these houses.
Oh,
now, they tried to make one into a museum. They couldn't make it happen, so I'm pretty mad about this one, but there's still some amazing pictures.
You were planning on going.
I mean, I would go to Taiwan just to camp out in one of those places.
Well, I've got a place we can go because it's in the U.S. It's in Pennsylvania, in Columbia County, Pennsylvania. It's called Centralia. Now, don't mean to burst your bubble, but there are 10 people still living there. But here's the history of the town.
Squatters?
1842, this place began to be planned in preparation for mining exercises, operations that started in 1856. This place was a coal mining town, typical Pennsylvania coal mining town, but it was a hotbed of activity for the Molly Maguires, which was a secret society of coal miners. There's such a thing. They were like a murderous bunch of troublemakers that were coal miners.
Like a coal
gang? And it was
gang?
a secret society. They had secret codes and secret meetings, and they would just kill people. They killed the mayor of this, the founder of this town. It's one of the things it's known for is they just decided to kill this dude.
It's not a very fierce gang name. They should have been called the Black Lungs.
Well, maybe that was what they were called in secret. But the public name was Molly Maguires. Okay, anyway.
What is it?
This is weird.
So they're still there?
So
10 of them?
There's 10 people there because in 1962, an underground fire started in one of the mines. The fire is still burning to this day. But what ended up happening?
What?
Is
how's that possible?
Once the fire gets started underneath the ground, sometimes it'll just burn for years upon years.
It's like burning coal.
And it's created like a toxic environment. So the government came in 1984 and paid $42 million to all the people living there to force, not $42 million each, but $42 million to like 2,000 people to get them to move out. And all but 10 people took the offer. Approximately 10. There's 10 people still living there today, and they have a special agreement with the government that they can live there and die there, but no one else can come and live there.
So the smoke coming out of the asphalt there, that's from the fires, and you can walk up to that?
Yeah, and it's got, it's toxic, and it's you can die. You don't need to breathe it. But there's 10 people, 10 holdouts who are just there in this little town, and they will die there, and no one else can live there. And then as soon as they die, like the oldest person living there dies, that's it. Town closed.
I really want to go pee on that crack.
Interesting. Interesting that would be the thing that you would think about that.
Thanks for liking and commenting on this episode. You know what time it is.
Hi, I'm Catherine from Houston, Texas, and it's time to spin the wheel of mythicality.
You may already know this, and some of you may not. We have another YouTube channel. It's called Rhett Link. It's been around longer than this one. We do things like music videos and sketches over there. We did a music video a couple weeks ago called My OCD.
Check it out. Also, click through to Good Mythical More, where we have some honorable mentions and some personal intrigue associated with abandoned places.
Forget what the wheel is used for. Why did you just spin this?
I noticed that too. Right as I was spinning it, I was like, what?
You brought it in with a lot of purpose and a lot of intent, and then you were like, boom, and I was like, man, he's really going after that. I have no idea why.
It was like I had woken up from anesthesia, like I'd had my appendix removed and this wheel was here.
And look, it's got me and you on it. Like, Rhett and Link, that's you and me.
I know what it is, dude. See this?
Yep.
See the sharp one?
Uh-huh.
Incisor?
Yeah.
Got to take it down a little.
Oh,
It's exactly what.
You want me to spin
It's like spin it. It's like a grinder.
Oh, a teeth
Let
grinder.
me see you have one.
I'll grind on this side.
Yeah.
Okay. Ain't nothing wrong with a little spin and grind. All right, you do it.
Now because this is what this is for. I just remembered.
It's a teeth grinder.
Yeah, we're gonna grind.
I'm ready. He came from like a really wealthy. You know, the whole family was smart.
You know, when you fight fires, you get tan from it, right?
No, not true.